Hello everyone, it's Lydia and I have a project share today. So this is for a swap that Bona, who is Live Love Scrap, is hosting over at myscraproom.ning.com. And that site is maintained by Gina. She is Scrapinology here on YouTube. Hi Gina. So I signed up for the lace spool swap, and a couple of hours later I checked to see who my swap partner was, because when Bona is hosting a swap, the spots fill up really quick. So I went back to the site to check for my swap partner, and my swap partner is Bona. Oh my god, I was so super excited. I was running around the house and jumping for joy and acting like a fool, and my husband's like, you know, what are you so excited about? I'm like, oh my god, my swap partner is Bona. And my husband's like, who's Bona? And I'm like, never mind, I'm gonna text Karen. She knows who she is. So let me show you what I've done. So we had to alter a spool into a lace, you know, with bits of laces and stuff. It's different from the spools that I've been creating the past couple of days. And we had to embellish the top of the spool with a handmade flower, and I think it was 2 embellishments. And of course I overdid it because it's for Bona. I gotta make it beautiful, so I put like loads of stuff on here. I hope she likes it. Now, if I ever did this again, which I probably will, I will do this ribbon portion first. This way I know where my closure is going to end, and then I can line it up with the way I envisioned it, which was the image up here. But that didn't work out because I did it, you know, my first time doing it, I did it the other way and wasn't, you know, thrilled with the way it lined up. It's on the side here, but it's okay. So here's the I used let me tell you what I used first. I used a used spool. I used the inside portion, and then for the tops I cut some circles. This way I had more room for my ribbons because I chunkified it. There's my word, I chunkified it. So here's the top, and the papers I used are Secret Garden. I was gonna do like a dress form or a sewing theme, but I went with a garden theme, so I used the Secret Garden. I love the top. I think it turned out super gorgeous. I have the print paper back here that says the Secret Garden. And then we had to use a handmade flower, so here's the one that I created using the fibers and the doily from Julie the Paper Bag Lady, and a flower and some trim. I have another doily here from Julie, a flat back pearl. There's the image from the Secret Garden, so beautiful. And I did some paper tearing here. And then I have a bit of trim tucked underneath that. Here's a little applique, and then on top that is one of my clay pieces, a bird. And then right here I have a little key that opens the lock to enter the garden. So this is a Melissa Francis piece. I have some more appliques here. And then this, I think this is called Hot Podge or something like that from Stampin' Up. A metal plate, and then the B here is stamped on canvas. And then I just added some glossy accents. So I think the top turned out super gorgeous. I hope that Bona loves it. And then right off here on the lace, I used a garment pin, and what's a garden without a bee? So I have a little bee charm. I have this beautiful vintage button that I received from Deb. She's Deb Thurn here on YouTube. And then this beautiful bead that I received from my sister. I don't know where she got these, but I love these. I don't know if you can see the wire work on there. Really beautiful. And here's more of the paper from the Secret Garden. You can see it up here. I think I used weathered wood for the distress ink on this piece. So here I have some burlap that I received from Karen. This is wire burlap. I actually used 3 ribbons on here. So I have this one that I received from Steph, Brown Baby Craftaholic, and then I have the one Karen sent me. And for my closure here I have a bloomer, and here's the little door plate. So let me open this up and unroll it. So here's that paper. It says Secret Garden, love that. And I have an applique here from Julie the Paper Bag Lady, and one of her doilies to hold the ribbons in place. And I really like jam-packed this. So I'm hoping that Bona likes it. And I have some beautiful trim here with sequins. This is a little felt birdie from Michaels. I have some flowers here that my sister sent me. And then I have a rosette. And then here's a little piece of vintage trim here. And then this piece is from the Secret Garden. And it says, and the Secret Garden blooms and blooms and everything. And every morning revealed new miracles. Not pretty. Then I have a wood button here with the butterfly. Another vintage button. I used a lot of buttons on here. Another Julie the Paper Bag Lady. Crochet piece, flat back pearl. This is a little frame and it's a working frame. She can actually slide this piece over and add a picture in there if she wishes. And that's a little bird from the Secret Garden collection. And then I have one of my little clay pieces. Actually, no, this one is resin. That's stronger and it's going to hold up. And then I have some Melissa Francis pom-pom trim here. Some more lace from Julie the Paper Bag Lady and a wooden clock. And I think that's a Recollections button with the crochet trim. Another vintage button here. And another bloomer. Love bloomers. And here's more of that trim that I used in the beginning with the sequins. And then I have some pretty lace here. Another woodsy butterfly. And then I have a tiny little key in the center. And then over here I added another Julie the Paper Bag Lady crochet piece, and then my little Velcro too. Oops, sorry, I moved the camera. Hold the entire piece. So that is my project share, and I'm hoping that Bona likes what I've done, and I'm like super thrilled and honored and excited that I'm gonna have one of Bona's handmade creations in my home because she's making one for me. Yay! Thanks for watching, everyone. Post a comment if you wish and subscribe. Have a fabulous day. Bye.